on another adventure. We are on a wading adventure today. I haven't did any wading in a long time. I got the waders out, got the chest mount out, and we got the micro po out. That's right. This is a 4.5 foot micro po. It says micro light on it. It's the Bass Pro Special. And it can hold up to 2 to 6 pound line. So you know we're going micro when it can only carry that much line. The wind is pretty bad today, unfortunately. That's why we're wade fishing versus kayak fishing. I just didn't want to deal with the wind today. It's blowing on average 15 miles per hour. You can always get out of the wind, but I just didn't want to do it, you know. But we're going to explore this creek right here. Hopefully find a few holes between here and the next bridge, and let's get fishing. I've had a lot chase it, but they're just not hitting it. Okay, we're gonna swap baits. Had a lot of fish come up to it. They're just not committing to this fire tiger bait. So I got this little shad pattern right here I might tie on. It looks pretty good, and it's smaller, so they might be more eager to hit it. Okay, we just switched to this micro Strike King white and silver shad pattern, and I've had a lot of followers with that fire tiger. Oh, there's a bass right there. Had a lot of followers, but they're just not hitting it, just because I don't know if it's too loud and obnoxious. It's not that natural looking in the water, or they kind of nip at it and they're like, oh, that don't taste right. Whatever the case may be, they're just not smacking it. Oh, I can cast this dude pretty far. Oh, fish already. Fish, look at that. It looks like a little sunfish, yep. As soon as that baby hit the water, this sunfish came and got it. So we got the classic shallow creek green sunfish, and that was the second cast of swapping to this little shad pattern by Strike King. I think that's going to be the bait. Pretty little sunfish. We'll get him back in the water. Thanks, little buddy. All right, I think we made good change. We just had so many followers on that fire tiger and just no commitment whatsoever. They just either nipped at it, but they just didn't strike it. So I think we're in business now. Okay, we just took off the micro crankbait by Strike King, that silver and shad pattern. We did get a hit on it. We had several followers, and I had one bass hit it, but he didn't get the hooks in his mouth. So anyways, we're going to swap to this micro spinner bait with one silver Colorado blade on it. The wind's picked up again, and there's just some light ripples across the water. I think this bait should get smoked. Fish on. Oh, little bass. Little bass. Look at that micro bass. He's so cute. He came off the little spinner bait. And with that little Colorado blade, pretty little bass. He's a largemouth, just a tiny one. He might be a spot. It's just hard to tell at this age, but I think he's a spot actually. He's got a little red in his eyes. Not 100% sure, but he's cute either way. We'll let him go. Thanks, little fella. Okay, since we technically checked this off and the wind has died down, I'm gonna go ahead and switch now. I think I'm gonna try this little crawl right here. It just looks really good to pass up. Fish on. All right. Got a nice little green sunfish on the craw pattern. He wanted that baby. He about swallowed it whole. There we go. So I tossed that little crankbait right at the shoals and brought it back around these big rocks sitting right there, and that's where this guy hit it. So, all right, we got one on this bait. Still nothing with any size or big old bass, but we're after anything that bites, especially using micro baits, so I'm not complaining. There might be a couple more over there, so we'll give it a toss or two. Oh, fish. Feels like a good one. Feels like a bass. It's fighting like a little bass yet. Little bass. I think it's a little smallmouth actually. Man, this is a light tackle rod, but he is dogging this rod, that's for sure. Look how cute he is. He's just a little fella. I barely got him. Like one hook right there on the side of the mouth. Skin hooked him basically. But nice little smallmouth. Pretty fish in the Ozarks. There you go, little buddy. Thanks for an awesome fight. All right, this little craw pattern, this natural craw, it's definitely putting in the work. Got him. That little baby bass followed all the way to my pant leg, and he finally smoked it. Again, I barely hooked him. I had to do a quick hook job just to get him on. Little tiny little bass. I'll take it. Thank you, buddy. I mean, he followed it way over there from the current and probably about 2 feet from my leg, and he finally he's like, it's about to go on the shore, I better eat it now if I'm gonna eat it. It's pretty deep right here, and this crankbait don't get too low, so what I'm doing is holding the first foot of my rod down in the water. That way I can keep that bottom contact in this deeper stuff. So and he followed all the way to me. It's a nice little deep pocket over here if I don't spook anything. See if I can get up here and make a few casts without casting my shadow. Hide behind this tree a little bit. Oh, as soon as it hits the water, I got a fish on already. Looks like a baby. I got 2 fish. Look at that. That's crazy. I got 2 micro green sunfish. That's nuts. That's never happened to me before. Let's get the big one off first. There we go. Fish number 1. Back in the water. Micro fish number 2. Come on, little buddy. There we go. No harm, no foul. Pretty little fish. Okay, they're both in the water and swimming healthy again. Okay, this whole area looks like it's loaded with little sunfish, so we'll give another toss. Got a fish chasing it right now. He's tiny, about the same size I caught. There's a fish. He a little better. He a little better. All right, we got us a long ear. Pretty fish. See that long ear right there? That's why we call them long ears. Okay. Beautiful fish. It's got all that turquoise around its gill and turquoise back here, and there's the long ear. Let's go ahead and let him go. Nice. This little hole's loaded with sunfish. Oh shoot. Oh gosh, that probably spooked all the fish. That rock is slick. That was like a slip and slide. I just slid down about 2 feet. I landed it though. I stuffed the landing. But I think spooked every fish within 50 yards of this little hole here. We're gonna go ahead and continue up then. Oh, about did the splits. I was more worried about my bag going underwater than I was. All right, let's try this little spot. Let's see if we can swim it by this way. Oh, right there. It's not what I was looking for, but I'll take it. He came out from underneath that log and ate this little crankbait. Woo, doggy, you about got me. You just about got me, turd. Okay, another green sunfish. Fish on. Looks like a little sunfish. Yep, skiing him in there. Now he fights. I was just sliding him through the water column, but he finally started turning. Oh, no, it's another long ear. Pretty long ear. Whoop, whoop. You go, little buddy. Where's your big brothers? Well, we made it to the bridge, and I'm out of GoPro batteries, so we're gonna go ahead and call it then. I had a good adventure. We caught a lot of fish. Could have caught a few more if I had the right bait on. I had a lot of followers today, but not enough committers. So well, we definitely got on quite a few. I can't remember. We caught at least 20 fish. I'm not sure how many I'm going to show in this video, but we for sure got on the fish, the micro fish that is. Sometimes it's great to go back to the basics and the simple ways of fishing, where it all started for me anyways, and that's bank fishing. So I had a great time just wading in this beautiful creek. But now we got a mile hike back. That's not in the water either. I'm not going back that way. That'd take way too long. But we're gonna hike down parallel the highway. We may look like an idiot in waders. Look like we have a ginormous wedgie walking along the highway, but to me it's worth it. I ain't worried about my pride. I'm more worried about getting back to the truck at a decent hour. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed today's adventure. If you did, hit that like button for me, and I hope to see you on the next adventure.